Drew Alba alongside manager of the Wall-to-Wall Suites, Colby Watilo, for another edition of Countdown with Colby. Colby, during yesterday's ball game, kept throwing the counter punches. The Elks were up by 4, and then an immediate response. How proud of you are the guys in this big win against the Elks?
Yeah, I'm very proud of the guys in that fight that they showed. It's easy to go down 4, especially to kick off a series, to kind of, see that need happen and kind of roll it over to the next game. And we definitely didn't do that. We kept fighting back. I think that's been a pretty consistent characteristic of this team this summer so far. Is never really feel like we're out of a game. We have offense that can score runs in a hurry, and I think if we just do a good job of stabilizing the game in the middle innings, we talk a lot about that, trying to give us a chance to be one swing away and back in. That's exactly what we did yesterday, and so it was great to see, especially this one in summer, right, like late middle dog days of July, and guys are still putting up a great fight. So that was awesome.
They're back to the Marion Berry series as well. There was that big game where the Berries kept falling back, and you almost rounded the Berries as well in your consistent offense. And then the pitching staff did their job in yesterday's ball game as well. Jared Glenn comes in, throws 2 scoreless innings, but the runner on third base, 1 out, the big strikeout. How pumped up are you?
Yeah, it was great to see Jared step up. We're asking a lot of him coming off of somewhat of short rest, only a couple of days from when he last threw in Marion, and for him to come out, get the 6-out save in that game is huge for us.
First save of the year?
Yeah, first save of the year for him. That's great. Aiden Cube there in the back end of that game as well, doing a good job trying to kind of stabilize and getting this to a spot where, we could do exactly what we needed to. Get the ball to the last third of the game and hand it off to the offense. And then Jared does the rest of the business for us.
The big game today, trying to take the series, looking at the standings, once again, yesterday's ball game, the Marion Berries win, still a game and a half back of the Sweets. But then on the flip side, the Elks now just a half game up on Wall-to-Wall.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, today's game puts us into a new position if we can take care of business. And I think just continuing to play one game ahead of us. It is funny to kind of look at where we're at. I mean, these last now 14 games in the regular season, and to be right in the spot where trying to still a cushion on Marion behind us. We now got a chance to overtake another team and kind of dare ourselves, to be the team that the rest of the teams are chasing for those last 2 spots. Obviously the 2 seed in Fort Alice, I'm not in the picture either with the series coming up against them. I think we're only 2 or 3 games back from them as well. So I think we're just trying to do what we can each day to put ourselves in a position. We want to be the one that people are trying to chase and people are trying to claw and have to make up ground on, rather than being the ones trying to do the making up of ground. So I think it's exciting, and today's a big one for us.
As a baseball fan and a broadcaster, not someone directly on the field, I kind of lumped together 3 things: 2 out hitting, 1 just scoring position, and then kind of trying to claw back games. Would you agree that the Sweets are exceptional in all 3 of those things, and they kind of fall under the similar umbrella?
Yeah, I think in a sense, there's an approach piece to that. There's a bit of a grittiness and a toughness to that as well that I think we've seen from our guys. I think in a lot of ways where those are strengths of our team. I think as it is with baseball, it's hard to do consistently, every single game for the entirety of a season. There's definitely some ups and downs throughout the year, but I think lately what we're seeing is when it matters, we're able to step up and find a way to get the job done. But it's all you can really ask for.
Couple of flashbacks. This is where it goes into black and white. Back against the Bend Elks, game number 2 back in July. Alex Jennings comes out in that 3rd inning, gives up 6 or 7 earned runs, and really was his worst inning of the entire season. Then in yesterday's ball game, in that 3rd inning, yet again, bases loaded, 1 out. I was getting flashbacks, but then he comes up huge, a strikeout, and then the lineup to center field. How proud are you of him trying to maybe get away some of those demons against the Elks and coming out and really?
Yeah, it was a big game for him, right? Making a start against a team that didn't have his best outing the last time out. Alex with family in town and people here to watch him pitch, which is really awesome.
Jennings squad.
Yeah, right. He wanted the ball against the Elks again. He was excited about the opportunity, and so to see him make the most of that opportunity, go 5 innings and really set the tone for us. Give us a chance into the second half of the ballgame yesterday was an awesome result. So I'm proud of him. It's very indicative of the work that he's doing and his approach to how he goes about his business. He's always trying to get better and improve from outing to outing. So we saw that yesterday, and it's great to see him.
With facing Sabino on the hill today, does a start like yesterday motivate him to all right, let's make it back to back?
free sleep up a little bit to go out there and just, pitch his game, have his game. He's another dad that is going to be looking for a bit of a rebound start after his last outing. And so, I think it hopefully resets him, gives him a little bit of freedom, a little bit of wiggle room to just go out there and compete with his best stuff, whatever he's got to offer today. And as a coaching staff, as a team, that's all we can really expect and ask for him is, go out there and compete the best of your ability and let the chips fall and make. I think definitely seen Alex from yesterday have some success, take some notes on what he was doing that led him to the success that they had. And hopefully Payson's able to apply that and do a good job getting us off at the right figure. And
Tanner Fern is here with the team, but not relying on Fern making her second straight games. Go right.
Tanner's doing great. That's what we got there. Doing great.
Yes, there you go. Esteban Olazaba, and then you also got Tesaurus Bull in the lineup today.
Yeah.
How big is that to get some fresh legs in the middle part of that line?
Yeah, it's exciting to bring those guys in. Both of them bring different flair in different ways. Zaba's got great glove in the infield, kind of a smart plug there. Can really hit, can get the ball around the field. It's just going to be fun to watch. We've put some good at-bats together. And Tesaurus, Chris, he's doing great as well. And it's excited to see him. He kind of got thrown into the fire a little bit. First day he walks in the clubhouse and he's in the lineup at DH. And so running back out there today, he's got a lot of pop, left-handed bat, something that, we kind of needed to add here to our lineup. And so we're excited to have him kind of getting his fear and then getting into a rhythm. Go out and beat those minutes.
How big is to have a 6-win staying here for Westy? But maybe this is the most emotional this season until this point.
Yeah, no doubt. It's huge to have it for the most part taking care of business here at Borleski Stadium. And so to come into a week where stacking up some wins is imperative. It's great to be on home turf and doing that in friendly confines. And so excited for that. A big road trip coming up, but we got to take care of business here at home, and we're happy to be here.
With the Sweets down 5-1, the Borleski fan base did not want to leave. They were in the game's entire time down to the final out. How huge is that for them to trust this team and say they're going to come back, and you guys still?
Yeah, again, I think our guys are doing a good job of proving what they're capable of and proving the mentality and the effort that they're going to bring. And so, there's an encouragement I have for the community of Walla Walla. It's just continue to show up for these guys, and a lot of big games left. We've only got 7-8 games left here at Borleski in the regular season, and we're trying to get a bonus one and at least in the playoffs. And so,
Holy smokes.
That was crazy.
Wow.
Continue to show up.
I'm not if it was coming, I was going to trust you to say it.
I didn't say it at all. So there we go. Glad we didn't create it.
There's been a couple of close ones. I think that was the closest.
Yeah, that might have been right over our heads. I don't know where that thing hit.
Wow.
It's quite close.
I expected some head skulls from
It was a late fall.
our guys over here.
Yeah, it was a late fall.
We would have been blasted.
Yeah, that was not good.
Oh, well. All right. Let's do our West Davis fan. Well, speaks. Colby Watilo can do something slightly different today. So I'm going to give you a couple baseball takes, and you're going to say valid or invalid. All right? You understand how?
Yes, I got it.
All right. The first baseball take is that baseball should be treated like golf. As far as when the pitch is coming and the hitter is engaged, nobody should say anything in the crowd. Invalid. What's the reason behind it? Golf swing, baseball swing, similar.
Yeah, I think there's a different.
Do you think the golf swing should be allowed to talk?
No, I don't. I think Goldham should stay how it is. I think they should be able to make noise in the crowd. And golf should be, is a gentleman's game. Keep it quiet when the guys are making a shot.
Purist over here. All right, so take number 2. Hitting a fastball is the hardest thing we do in sports.
I would say valid. I think there's an argument that could be made for that. I think to take it a step further, I think I would say pinch hitting is the hardest thing to do in sports.
Maybe really, right down the weeds.
Yeah, I'm sure hitting a fastball. I'm sure you could find some close comparisons, but I think that's one of if not the hardest in sports.
Hitting a home run, best field in baseball.
I'm going to say invalid.
Invalid.
I'm going to take walk-off, home run, or perfect game, or hitting for the cycle or something.
Some more specialized.
Yeah, let's say, yeah.
All right, last one here. This is kind of an interesting one. That baseball more like a hockey arena as far as the fadeways. They should be banging on things. They should be bringing signs. Yeah, people are kind of calm in the stand. They should be getting more into.
Yeah, I'm going to say
around the outfield, I mean, anything.
I would say invalid. I think moments call for that. I think certain environments can call for that at times. You know, you go to a regional or a super regional on a college campus. I think that environment is pretty there. You know, you go to a World Series or a playoff game in the Major League Baseball, that environment's pretty there. But I think that'd be a hard thing to ask a fan base to bring 84 days or 86 games.
There's too many games.
Yeah, so I think, and that is not a take that I'm saying is valid either. That is not a valid take that there's too many games. But yeah.
Wait, so you think there's a perfect amount of
I think there's the right amount.
in MLB?
Yes.
162.
Yes.
Wow.
I think that is.
It's a lot on not just fans, but players too.
Yeah, it's a lot on the players, but I think if you start to shorten the season or start to take games away, it also takes out like some of the strategy and managerial side of like managing. So
but how about you just shorten as far as you still get 6 or 7 games a week, but you just shorten as far as it starts in May instead of May.
I guess you could do that. And yeah, that would be
so you'd be more open to that than has more
sort of like a the schedule, I guess, right? Or they go 140 games, whatever it is. So,
you think ABS should be in baseball, MLB?
No, not fully. I think I like the challenge system to kind of cool.
So you like to propose?
I like the challenge system. I don't want it to ever get to a point where it's just they're just going off what the text says every single pitch.
Trying to catch your frame, eat this out.
Yeah, I think there's a strategy of having close the having to know the strike zone.
Players being selfish, having their outlet.
You did a couple wrong, and all of a sudden the clubhouse isn't going to let you challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was pretty cool aspect.
All right, manager Walla Walla Smith give valid or invalid takes. Will the Sweets win today? Sweets win today. Is that valid?
Yeah.
Valid. Oh, we end on a valid. There you go. Thanks so much, good.
Yeah, thanks, Drew. Sweets.